So, Vicky, thank you for joining us. Would you like to tell us a little bit about Teleware?
Yes, Teleware, we're a cloud communications organisation built around sort of three pillars of business: sophisticated call management, compliant communication recording, and analytics.
Fantastic. And you're joined today by Hannah from Microsoft. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your partnership?
Yeah, so at Microsoft at the moment, we are very focused around helping our customers on a digital transformation. And whilst we understand that our customers are already well on the way with their digital transformation, there's still a long way and a lot of opportunity ahead. We are very focused around what that means by different industries. I specifically work and have worked for a long time around the financial services sector. And as we look at the profile of a financial services customer, they're very complex profiles with a lot going on in there. So actually one of the best ways that we find on helping our customers on this journey as well is by creating partnerships with, for example, Teleware, who have very good solutions around particular areas that we're trying to focus around.
Fantastic. And you're very much centered around financial services. Would you say your compliance is one of your big strengths and one of the big strengths that the Azure platform has given you?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been working with customers in financial services in compliant markets for a long time now, and it fundamentally underpins a lot of our heritage, being able to deliver those services to meet the regulatory requirements and the challenges that brings to our customers. As a business, we went through a massive period of change about 18 months ago. Our data centre capability became end of life, and actually with some thorough due diligence and a very strategic decision by our business, we chose to migrate our operations into Azure because we believe that gave the best service for our customers from both a security perspective, from a scalability perspective, and being able to unlock lots of additional services and value for customers once they're taking Teleware's traditional services.
Brilliant. And it's not just the financial compliancy parts of Azure. You're working on cognitive services, analytics, all these things around data. How's that worked for you with Azure?
Yeah, so it's absolutely about unlocking additional value. So we've just talked about compliance and how these heavily regulated markets are having to make choices now with likes of MiFID II coming along. So we've taken our view from the customers, from a customer standpoint, and actually if we're capturing these communications, we're recording these communications, how can we deliver meaningful insights to our customers? And Azure unlocks all of that. So we talk about artificial intelligence, about machine learning. And not only can we transcribe in real time communications, calls, we can absolutely then start to predict future behaviour. We can do sentiment analysis, we can do tonal analysis. And that's never something we'd have built ourselves. We absolutely unlock this value and these insights for our customers through a regulation requirement that they have. There's so much value that we deliver to customers using the Azure platform.
I think that's very common as well, isn't it? When you look at regulation, it's very often it's like, what do we need to do to achieve a regulation, or where we need to get to for a particular regulation? But actually, that is driving a huge opportunity. So, to Vicky's point, I've really enjoyed working with Teleware, saying actually we compliantly capture these recordings. We have to do that. That's the regulation. Yep. But from there on is actually we know how much. I mean, data is king at the moment, but it's actually what do we do with data and how do we make sense of data? So I think actually the investment that Microsoft's making around that whole data and artificial intelligence space, combined with sort of the solutions that Teleware are working on, really starts enabling us to provide value rather than just regulatory tick on compliance.
The financial services have moved on even in the space of 5 years. There was the old style of regulation. Now it's very much about how data is stored and how data in the cloud. How much emphasis do the financial companies now put on the suppliers? How much of the strain are they giving for that compliance? I mean, do they still keep it in-house, or is it very much about they rely now on their providers to give them the best advice?
So Well, I'd say that they, I mean, there's a huge amount of experience and knowledge within our customers.
Yep.
But I think that actually working in partnership with, like a sort of three-way partnership in this instance, there's a huge amount of SME knowledge, so subject matter expertise that Teleware bring around the MiFID II regulations. So actually being able to look at how do you actually do something from a technology point of view, but actually what does this actually mean for me as a customer on this journey? And then, you know, working with multiple customers, there's a point of view that we're able to provide of working cross industry that I think can sometimes really help with that thinking and that forming. So certainly a partnership with that customer because they do have some great skills and expertise, as you would imagine.
Yeah, and that's absolutely for us. With the choice for Azure was really easy once we knew the technology worked. Absolutely, we de-risked our proposition by utilising the information security of credentials and the work that Microsoft have done with Azure. We can have the customer has confidence because we have confidence. You know, we've not taken a decision lightly to build our entire platform into Azure, and then working with Hannah, you know, as absolutely like that, sat around the table with the customer, it certainly gives the customer confidence from a vendor perspective, because yes, they do look to us for that guidance, they do look to us to be that thought leader, and as we've said, we didn't go through that 18-month process without coming out with some kind of concrete evidence that it was the right thing for us in a compliant market.
I'd probably just add to that as well, is sort of specifically on the Azure platform around financial services, is we've spent, Microsoft worldwide has spent a huge amount of time working with a number of GCIFI banks and other partners, but also regulators across the world to understand that we are meeting the needs that they are required, and we have very specific amendments for financial services customers to achieve that as well, which kind of underpins what we're trying to do here.
I mean, it's a fantastic achievement that, you know, so many of these large organisations have the confidence now in the cloud, and specifically they've put the confidence in you guys. So it's a great story. Vicky, Hannah, thank you very much.
Thank you.